Okay. Don't know what happened there. Hopefully we're back. And we're streaming. Yeah, something went really bad there. All of a sudden, even though my software was doing its thing, all of a sudden YouTube decided, no, you've been streaming long enough. Yeah. Well, thanks YouTube. You're awesome sometimes. All right, so here we are in part 2, carrying on from exactly where I left off a minute and so later. That was very bizarre. Must have just been some sort of interruption there. Okay. Well, anyway, we're going to continue on getting all our foundations and floors and stuff in here. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and that puts that right on the corner there. And I can go like that, and then we can do the same thing over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was very, very weird and really kind of annoying. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. That lines up there. Oh, I didn't take the beams out. I should probably take the beams out of wherever they are. There they are. I can reach it from there, and then I can just put that one back. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And another one, and another one, and another one bites the dust. Hey, gonna get you through. Another one bites the dust. Ooh, 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 ooh. Another one bites the dust. Ooh, ooh. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone, and another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Hey, gonna get you through. Another one bites the dust. Yeah, that's why you're not correct. Man, oh man, that's has really thrown me off. Thank you, YouTube, you glorious, annoying bots, you. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. That's better. Didn't think things were lining up quite right there. And we'll get that done, and then we'll get that done, and then we'll get that done, and then we can do this. 1, 2, 3, and nicely centered there. All right, and there we go. Yeah, still don't know what the hell happened there. That's gonna do some, make things look real interesting on the other side. I'm actually thinking here, I'm going to extend that angle from these guys here all the way out if I can. And I should just be able to slide the whole mass back. Yep, there we go. Yeah, I think that'll look nicer. Yeah, we have the little jut out there, and then we come all the way back into here. We can take these windows out. And, yeah, I think I like that better. Cool. All right, let's get rid of some of these guys here. So that we can do this. And I guess I need to get that one out of here so I can get to the edge. And then we'll just pop you back. Butchie butchie. And we go there, and then we go there. Yeah. 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 Really? I don't... Yeah, I know there are mods and stuff like that for planters and whatnot, but I really wish there were more vanilla decorative. Because so far, I am mod-free on this playthrough. Nothing against mods, it's just I'm staying vanilla this time. 1, 2, 3, and one more. When I get everything done, I might go look at some of the decorative mods that are out there. You know, planters, bushes, park benches, you know, stuff like that, basically, right? Just to add a little bit of je ne sais quoi to the factory. Okay, that's centered up. And there we go. Okay, so that gives me how I'm going to do the buildings. And we can put some walls and windows back into place. Yeah, I guess that's the way you're going to sit. That's fine. How far do I want to go here? Yeah, I'm going to go to there. Then we'll come across here. I'll use a pillar there to fill in that gap. Likewise there. So I should be able to do 2 here. Still on half walls. Now it should meet up with that corner there. Okay, so let's just move these guys until that gets to that corner. Then we'll see where that lands on the other side. So right about there. You don't quite fit in here. And I think I knew that already because we can just do that to fill in the corner. Pop that out of there. And then we'll have a nice little outside walk around here. Put nice railings and stuff in here. This will not be a solid wall. This will get replaced with glass at some point. He says as he does it right here and there. There we go. All right, so on the other side, like I said, I'm going to want a pillar here. Do I use a little pillar? Yeah, I think I'll get away with a little pillar. So we're going to put a pillar there. Is that how I worked it over here, or am I in by how much did I come in from that edge? So it's just kind of scooching one in from that center line. Okay. So if I was to go to here, say right here, and we go just move it over to there. It's going to need to meet up one more over. That's where I want it to go across. How did I get reduced down to 3 here? Something's not right. That's not right. This is tricksy. Oops. Okay. So then we get back. Yes. And where do I want you? I want you right there. Yes. Yes. Then we can go all the way down to there. Grab another pillar. So that's just like that. That goes like that, that goes there. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Which would then have me with a pillar right there. Over by 1. Like that. Yep. Put you into place. I mean, there is something to be said for your basic square building. They're a lot easier to build and get your walls to line up with. They're boring. I wanted to try something new. Yeah, that should be fine. So then I should be able to just go boop, 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 boop. Why does that not feel right? You're over by 1. Are you really? Yeah, that's right. Okay. Put you there. Bring you in and then over. I honestly think these guys here are messing me up a little bit. Because of the, just the way the Z textures are. Making it a little hard to kind of get things lined up here. That should be... Oh, why are you doing this? Can you please not do weird angles? Okay, fine. Do a weird angle. Yeah, okay, that I guess works. Yeah, doing fancy shit does definitely come with a price. And then I gotta get rid of these guys here, just so I can see what I'm doing. Try from the inside here. Is that correct? Is there just a single little gap there? Where do you sit along your edge? So, one just passed. I feel like I should be able to, I should center these better. And this is why I don't usually make super fancy factories. And what do I want to do in that corner? I guess I could just use pillars in the corner. That is not the one I was looking for. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How do I get away with one of these? Yeah, that fills in the gap. You know what would make a lot of this a lot easier? App walls. Okay. So then over here, you want to do the same basic thing, so we're going to go... Well, see, well, that's one of the things that's been messing me up. That's right, because these guys aren't sent... Oh, what am I doing? So you're inset And registered, your corner is on that. Okay. Because, again, doing angles and whatnot, you know, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, I'm getting weird different angles. So it's not, you know, it's a little, not different angles, but different distances. Because the hypotenuse is longer than both the other sides, so if I want that to go to that corner, I have to go there. Again, I'm going to use the glass here, and then we'll come back, and then it goes that way. And then we can take this guy here and move him to there. And I can take me on. Take on me, take on me. I'll be gone. Take on me. Okay, that's registered via you. Like that. And then we'll go up by one. Okay, yeah. I finally have the damn walls done. Because that was the most important thing for me to do, was get the walls done. Okay. So now I know where everything's going to go. Now I can just start getting my stuff back in here. So we're going to need to bring the coal up through the floor. So let's go back to our normal scheduled broadcast here. Like that. We put one there. Yeah, might as well keep it all underneath in the, and that one could go there. That one goes there. All of these need to fit into there. Like so. Here we go. Okay. So we are popping all the way through here. We are going to need some floor space underneath, but that's okay. It just helps me figure out where I want the next round of flooring to be. And I think we just get away with some 1 meters, and we'll go like that. And like that. And like that. Come out a little bit further. And run all this the way back. There we go. And then we got to do the same thing on the other side, so we'll come across here. Keep an eye on the old power meter. That way I don't suddenly find myself dropping like a stone. Oh, I gotta go out further. There's another one there. And another one there. And another one there. And another one there. And there we go. And do I go one more? Sure, we'll go one more row. What's one more row? One more row means we're coming out too far here. That's what one more row means. But that's okay. We can kind of hide that under there. So these walls will go all the way up. All the way up. As part of the foundation. Not to be confused with the foundation. It's very, you know. Okay, that, yeah, stay away from the edge. That's gonna be trifling problematic there, so we'll just have to adjust. Go all the way across to here. And we'll build these like so. Okay, let's keep getting some floor underneath our feet. So. And like so. And like so. Okay, and how far away from various edges are we? So I went... You come out and go there, so I went one more full foundation without any contact. Keep an eye on the power meter. Yep, that should be okay. So that should go to there. And that can go all the way up? Yes. Let me fill this in. Okay. You have a wall. It goes to... not there. Why? Why? Because that needs to go all the way out to here. Like so. In fact, let's even add another full row across here. And then we can connect and fill in the ceiling bits like this. I'm going to do something different here. I don't want to cover up that view. And this is just mostly so I don't fall to my doom as, you know, and scramble to try and get my jetpack put on. Okay. How far out do I need to go? See, that's quite a distance further over here, so of course I do want to keep things aligned. I have the outer wall there, and then I'm going in by 2. Okay. So, we have the outer wall here, and then we go in by 2, and then into the cliff face. And we go all the way like so. Like so. Into the rocks with you. And let's fill in the gaps without creating a whole big mess. Preferably like so. Okay. Now I need some lights. So we got these lovely panels. So we'll start running up the center line, and we'll go 1 there. We'll go... what is that? That's 1, 2, 3, and then on the 4th, we put another one in. Go 1, 2, 3, and on the 4th. 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. Why is this guy giving away so many frickin' birds? Like, holy crap. Does she really like birds? The true love? And then it's not until we get to the 5th thing where we get, mind you, kind of saving the, you're only given 3 things, you really want to show off, you wait until you get to the big numbers before you get to the big expensive stuff, you know, like hiring dancers and diamond rings and all of the other accoutrements in that list of very expensive demands. I mean, are you sure she's not just a gold digger there, buddy? What am I doing? I am putting another set of lights, row of lights in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that fits there all right. Let me put that one there. Is that correct? Ish. Just needs to come over by 1. There we go. And we'll put that one in there. Where are you supposed to be? 1, 2, 3. 4. I think that'll do. I'll turn the flashlight off. How is that? Not bad. I'm gonna go grab my command here in the Lumen fix. So we're gonna copy, and in here we paste in that command like so. And that really didn't do anything. Okay, well, that's awesome. Okay. What are we doing? 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 We are still putting in a few more lights here just to make sure we've got it all finished off. So theoretically, is that where that light goes? Yes, that is indeed where that light goes. And then we have another one in between like that. And over here, we have an interference pattern over here. We're okay. Over here, okay. So, and like so, and finally like so. Okay, there we go. Oh, need one more. One more little light. You don't really play nicely right there, do you? You know what? It ain't gonna affect anything too much. Who the hell is ever gonna be down here? Doesn't really matter. Missing that one there, though, will make things weird. So let's put that in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alrighty. Okay, so this is the 3-pod here. So let's go back to our main toolbar and grab our lifts. I'll put one there. One here. That should be going the other direction. Likewise with you, you should be going that way. And you should be going that way. That one. That one. And that one. Then we need a splitter. Okay, so the splitter needs to come over to you. Yeah, right there. And are you lined up with that one? Sure. Close enough. And oh, where's the line? There's the line. So what we can do is we can continue to use that line, and we can just go boop, boop, and we'll know that we're lined up. Okay. Some belts into there. Grab some belts into there. And into there. And then we go into there. Into there. And into there. Okay, so that's the out. I have the other out right here. Yep, you should go going that way. Likewise, you should be going that way. Let's just take a quick pop up top. Let's make sure we got everything going in the right place. And I haven't got anything reversed, so yep, you connect there just fine. You are connecting there just fine. Yep, that's fine. Ah, good morning, Lee. How are you? Hopefully you didn't get lost with my weird YouTube screw up. Yes, there is a part 2 of the stream, but I guess you found it. I have no idea what happened. All of a sudden, my recording software was doing its thing. OBS was still doing the live stream, but YouTube decided, you know what, that's enough. But I'm glad you've still found the link, and I'm not just talking into the wind. So yeah, good morning. And how are you today, my friend? All right, so those are good. Let's get back down underneath here. And use the power of the straight belt. I think should be okay. If it would stretch, it doesn't, so that's gonna be to there, and then we can go into there. Likewise, where is that? That is right about here? Nope, let's come back by a few. By a few, I mean 8. Oh, awesome, man. Yeah, I'm recording the next episode. What am I up to on the episodes on the Quest for Peas? Use a different screen here. Let me see. I think it's episode 12? Yeah, it'll be episode 12, yeah. Will be released, yeah. So much to track. Okay. And I've lost your... Oh my goodness, what am I doing? There we go. Yeah, 12 is already ready to go, so that'll be released on Monday. It's 13 I'm going to be recording. Shall be recording tomorrow morning. And to give a little preview, I'm finally getting into the farming. I'm finally going to be laying out and building the farm. I think I've had enough embarrassment with combat for the last me for a couple of days. And honestly, I've noticed something a little bit odd is in the latest update here. I swear to God, they've turned the pirates into like sniping cockpits and they never miss. Like, it's every shot is perfect. It's like homed right in. And it's a little bit like, I don't want to use shields, but come on. And here's the thing, is that I can throw as much freaking ammo down at them as possible. We're talking space engineers. Throw as much ammo down the road as possible, and they just tank it, eat it. Doesn't seem to bother them. But no, they just one-shot me every freaking time. A bit annoying. Okay, where do I want to bring... I think what I'm going to do for moving the belts here is let's grab some half foundations. And we'll go across here. Oh, that didn't quite line up right. Let's try that again. I'm gonna have to get rid of this stupid quartz. Okay, that way I can go this away, like that, and we will do this. Grind up some glass. You go along there. You go there. We'll grab you, and we'll move you over like that. Actually, yeah, let's just take you right into the ground there. Likewise with that one. And then we'll flip you into the corner here. That. Move you over to there, and we'll just tuck you into there like that. Paint colors coming off wrong. So let's use these guys instead. Yeah, that should be okay. Is it? Is it really? I want concrete frame windows. Yeah, okay. I need to change which type of windows and not sample them from this building because they're not using the concrete ones. So instead, what I need to do is go back to here. These are my concrete windows, so now I can put you guys going that way. You guys going that way. You don't go quite so far. So now when I grab my concrete wall, we can put you there. Move you all the way over. Again, half walls. I want half walls. And we have the half walls for the factories. They would make our life so much easier if we had some half walls in this bitch. Half walls. Give me half walls. I really, really want those silly walls. Okay, and then we put some roofing. Very awkwardly the place roofing. And go across. Need to fill that gap there. Maybe I'll use a flat roof piece here. you doing over here? You good over here? Yes, you appear to be just fine. And then, yeah, okay. Yep, that'll work. Okay, let's grab some pillars. Nothing. 0. So we're gonna throw a pillar. I have no idea where I put that. Why that went there. There we go. Boop, boop. Boop. Do I want to use a pillar or do I want to use a beam? I think I am going to use a beam. Yeah, it works better. And then we just flip her back into default. Like that. And then we could take another beam like that. Maybe I'll put that one there. And then we got to fill in the roof. At least half those. Like that. Yeah, that looks all right. Okay. Now. Oh. Point was to get across there. Sorry, every once in a while I go quiet just because I'm marveling at the sound design. It has not been 2 hours already, has it? Oh yeah, I guess when, you know, get the game open in the beginning. Yeah, oh, I've been streaming for an hour and a half. Where does the time freaking go? Holy crap, holies. All right, I need to get in there still, so let's just take out this back window here. And then we can run down this way. We'll squeeze it around the corner here. Like that. And our lovely, 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 lovely wall hole. Yeah. Who doesn't like a good wall hole? All right. That gets me through to that side. Then I'll go double wide here. Yeah, this game really is insanely pretty. That's always something that I just, every once in a while, I stop and look around. Okay, and then we're gonna come up through there. Like that. Well, the roof on here, we're going to go 1, and we're going to go up to there. Yeah, that works. Lovely. Because now I can grab you with no zoop and go down to the 2 meter. 2 meter. Not to be confused with 2 meter. Like, and it's just the subtleties that this game has. Like I say, the sound design, I think, is almost one of my favorite things about the game. They put so much effort, and it's not just that the sound, you know, sounds good. It's like, if I'm inside, I get a different sound quality. You know, I get some nice little echo in there. If I'm outside, yeah, just context audio is really, really good on this game. Coffee Stain, I think, did a bang-up job on that. Okay, so now we want to get some support down here, and I think we can do it that way. Then we can grab a metal pillar. I don't use these guys nearly enough. You grab another one of these, pop that into there. Make sure I'm not about to fall all the way down to the bottom of the Marianas Trench, so to speak. And then underneath here, we can go like that. Yeah. I could say, yeah, gonna do a lot more cantilevering or supporting up there, but okay. Now we can come in here. I'm going to take this wall out, put a conventional wall in. Like that. Because then I can grab, again, a conveyor wall. That goes there, and then we can run our conveyors. And are you going to be too tight of a turn? Nah, you work just fine. You can come to there, and then you. Cannot be the straight. You need to be curvy? Default. Default? If I move you. Oh, do not. Oh, don't delete the window. Not that it matters, but don't delete the window. And then that one goes into there. Let's get you up to your proper speed of 780. Okay, so you're going to be sucking out 780 out of there. Ironically, I can increase the amount of belts because the next, the peak efficiency that I'm trying to unlock is actually the Mark 6 belts, which I don't even know how much they go. Hopefully, they did it to match the maximum output of one of these guys. And the maximum output of one of these guys is 1200, so that better be what the new belts do. I'm going to find out at some point in the near future. Because all I need to do is get these time crystals done. I've got my Toblerones in the other side there. And they are happily loading up, I'm pretty sure, to the dimensional depot. Yep, there they are. So I got 600 ready to go. I just need to get all these guys up and running. Okay, so that means I need 2 floor holes for the coal to come through. So we'll put one here and one here. And then we'll pop in through this side here. And let's flip you around, drop you down. And drop you down, and then we can maximize the belt across. Okay. Getting real close to be able to turn all this on, which will be nice. What are you... What is happening here? That's weird. Okay, where's your inputs? Input. Right over there, so we'll go that way, and there you are, right there. So we're gonna go like that, and now we're gonna go boop, and we're gonna make sure we're back on straight. You, on the other, are gonna go this way. All the way over to something I haven't apparently put in place yet. No, I have not. Yeah, I guess we'll put you there, and then we'll invert you back underneath. Whee! And then you gotta go that way. Okay, will that direction one? I doubt it. Let's not pass the belt through the rocks. We can go to there. Then I can go into there. Okay. Now, we got power coming all the way up to here. We are going to have a front entrance here. What kind of front entrance are we going to have? We are going to put in, I think, Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. We got fancy new of these, don't we? What other gates have we got? Yeah, that'll work. Especially if I grab something like that. All right, cool. And then we can bring these guys. So this is going to be... Oh, man. What am I doing? Mixing up my space engineers and my Satisfactory keys again. So that wall is going to be very quite tall. This wall is going to be very quite tall. And we're going to bridge across there. And we're going to drop that down to the top of that gate. We'll go like that, and we'll go like that. And then we'll go back to our windows. And we'll do that, and we'll do that. Now, to move the power, I have the power. I think I'm going to use B. Yeah, I'm going to use the pillar. Right here. Which is going to go all the way to here. Now, what am I going to do for a door here? I think we'll just use an automated gate there. Yeah, a little less, chunky than that boy, but still in the same vein. And again, we'll like that. And we'll move you all the way up to there. And then I can come in with my pillar and finish you off. Finish him. Okay, so now to get the power into the building, let's get this going all the way up to the top like that. And all the way to the top like that. Yeah. You go. Okay. And in our electrical systems, we have our double wall outlets. So we're going to put a double wall outlet right there. We can delete this power line now, and we can properly connect from there to the street lights. Okay, now to power these machineries. Let's see. I really do like these frame windows, but there are different ones I can use. Actually, yeah, let's use these more factory-ish ones here. I'm gonna go 3, and then we're gonna fill in the corner here. And come across the top. And load you out that way, and then we'll go across like that. Yeah, I suppose that could be 3. Something like that. And again, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Go across like that. And up like that. Like that. And all I have to say is ADHD Satisfactory. I was hooking up power at one point in time recently. Oh yeah, I am. I think I want to do that though. Okay, so power. Electricity even. How do I want to do this? I think I'm gonna do a wall outlet there, a wall outlet there, another one there. Oh, that's some sunlight. I don't even, you know, I haven't even been paying attention. I don't even know it's daytime or nighttime, like sunrise or sunset that we're about to have. I think it's sunset. Okay. So we're gonna go down to, where are you? You're right about there. You, and you are incorrect. You should be there. You should be there. And then we can run that power line. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm going to actually use one of the lights. Wall-mounted floodlight. We'll use that actually here. And we'll have it point down kind of the corner like that, because then I can go like this and like that. Yeah, sure. Why not? Okay. So then these power lines can run all the way down here. Except for the fact that that's going to suck. So we are going to do a little bit of a redo here. Going to take a mulligan on these. Like that. Because I want to get it so it runs along there. So that would be putting you right here. And you right there. Likewise. Hello? Oh my gosh. Oh, that's because you're a special one. You're the double-sided, so you're not going to behave yourself. Oh, cool. Awesome. So you've only published up to 2, right? Like I haven't missed 3. Which everyone should go check out Lee's channel. Okay, and there we go. Okay, so... Well, yes, you just need some coal now. You just need some coal now. Moving the power. Okay, awesome. I ain't going crazy, at least on this. I do have to make these checks periodically, because... Ooh, go for Cocoa Puffs. Okay, let's get a light stand out here. Just so there's something out here. Has nothing to do with the power that's going to be inside the building. I just wanted to get that done. I think I want to start working with the... Oh, I guess... Okay, what do I want to do here? I kind of want to... I kind of want to have a slope roof. I guess I still need the power lines here. Now, the whole point of this pillar here was, in fact, to move power to the other side of the building. Which means I'm going to cheat this a little bit. So I'm going to disconnect the light here. Instead, instead of using the light as the kind of branching point, I'm going to put that there. So the light basically just hides this connection, so I can bring you up to the pillar and then stretch you all the way across the top. I'm just wondering, I think I actually must be built on a ceiling. Okay. Oh, fine. I'll build you on a ceiling. I'm going to immediately take that ceiling away, but if that's what you insist upon. All right, so now I should be able to mount you. Yep, there we go. So we'll put you. Come on, stop snapping to the pillar. Put you. Right there. We'll put another one. And I guess it was the sunrise. Yeah, so the sun's going up there. Yeah, so sunset's over there. Okay. Of course, sun rising in the west. Sun rises in the west on this planet. I never noticed that before. Those clever little boys. There we go. Okay. See, now I can remove these like that. And then I can grab that and plug you in. And then we can use you to put another wire there. And then another wire there, and then another wire that's going to need to go to somewhere, but we're just going to have you mount right there. Okay. Windows up. And we'll go to there. We'll go all the way across to there. Let's grab ourselves this so we can maintain some semblance of altitude. Put one there. And that is not right. Put that one there. And I'll put that one there. Connect you to you and you to you. And delete that, and that way I can get in the air so I can get a proper count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So you should actually be right there. Be properly centered. And then we can go to there, and I go to there. You need a double-sided here. So once back into the main menu here, grab our double-sided to pass through. So right there, you connect up to there, and then you can connect to there. Excellent. Now I can keep working over here. All right, so this is going to go to there. I think therefore I am. If I grab a foundation like that, use the 4, and come down like that, and then I can get rid of this. Stretch you guys across. This has got to be a bit of a problem. I forgot about you, didn't I? What am I going to do with my fancy angles here? Well, the fancy angles go to there. If I come around to the other side here, and how far to get you up to there? Yeah, that's just not working for me. What have I got for roof solutions? Inside peaks, and any one of these guys work? No, I have not had time. Actually, what I'm going to be doing that for the build series. I'm going to be doing those in January, is when I'm going to start working on those. And, yeah. Okay, I got to do something here. I think what I'm going to have to do... Yeah. I think I know what I'm going to have to do here. It's not have enough power to maintain altitude. Is actually go up like that. Because then I take these, put one there, yeah, okay, and like that. And then when I bring the pillars all the way up, cool, yeah, that'll work. Let's bring these guys across. Wrong. Bring these guys across temporarily. 1, 2, 3. And like that. And then we'll go one more there. And across like that. Yeah, the fall, sorry, back to your kind of filling in a little bit more onto your question there, Lee. Yeah, autumn and fall is kind of my busiest time of the year. So I'm pretty much just kind of have enough time to maintain my current schedule and stuff like that. Only because I also recorded like several weeks of the Quest for Peace series ahead of time. And as I record, I kind of do a lot of my editing, at least kind of figuring out what my edit points are while I'm recording. So that kind of speeds up the final edit process. I'm not making decisions on what to keep, what not to keep, because I kind of do that, you know, while I'm actually in the recording. But yeah, so, but once we get past mid-December, through the Christmas season, my schedule lightens up a little bit so that I can then kind of get more content created for the channel. Okay, we'll put that there, and that there. Yeah, that's all right. That's a little bit different. Little funkiness. Oh, it's okay for a little funkiness with things. How did I do that wall? I just went straight up with a solid wall from the corner and then made no decision after that. I love the farming. That honestly, the core systems update in Space Engineers, the improved farming is what I was waiting for in the series. I've actually was stalling, to be perfectly honest, before launching into building the farm, so that's why I kind of distracted myself with the last episode. With the pirates, and then the one that comes out Monday is more focused around finishing off the kind of homestead. So, you know, getting proper walls up and stuff like that. I don't actually, what did I do on that one? I don't even remember. Because I recorded it like 3 weeks ago, so I don't even remember what that episode is. But I intentionally have been stalling to not get into the farming because I wanted to, I knew they were going to do some farming improvements. I just wasn't sure what they were going to be doing, but now that we have the core system update, obviously we do know what it is. And yeah, the planting of the seeds is so much better now that they've the way they've done it. So it's going to be a lot easier when I get all the planters and stuff in for me. All right, I gotta go up 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. What I'd like to see them do an update on is give us a, like the hold here. So you know how I can, you know, I can drop down a foundation just hit hold before actually building it, and even the nudge. Space engineers could really use that functionality. Also, even the block zooping. Now, in creative, yeah, in creative you can zoop a block to your heart's content. By zoop, I mean where you can, drop down a block and then stretch it out. Space Engineers does have that mechanic, but only in creative mode, not in the actual build mode. But I think that's one of the things that they're also updating in Space Engineers 2. But then I really haven't, I haven't purchased Space Engineers 2. Because I don't have the time to split my attention between Alpha, Space Engineer, one Space Engineers to the other. So, all right. What am I going to do here? I think we'll go with a very shallow roof. All the way to this wall here. Like that. We'll have like a little overhang here, maybe. You know what I should do? Is I should turn the damn machines on. Ay, 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 ay. That's what I was actually setting out to do, was turn on the damn machines. All right, let's get the hell in here and hook up our freaking power. Because that's all I actually need to do is get the damn coal going. Satisfactory, ADHD Satisfactory. Go, run. Run like the wind. Da 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 da. I'm gonna run like the wind. And I think that's all I actually needed to get the machines doing. Ooh. You look not bad. See, you. Oh yeah. So the next episode, yeah, okay. I remember what I did in the night. Yeah, it was a just finishing off kind of the homestead, so to speak. Is a little preview for you. I finish off the homestead. And then the one I'm going to record tomorrow, so moving on from there is, in fact, let's get the farm in place. And I actually made a nice discovery, is that at the trade stations, you can actually sell your food. You just have to look for acquisition contracts. And people will buy your food. All right, who's doing what? Are you doing anything? Have you got power? You don't know what you're even doing. You're doing time crystals. And you have no power. Okay. You're not hooked up yet, but that won't take much, because we are going to do that, and we're going to come all the way up to there. And then we're going to go all the way up to there. And 1, 2, 3. 3. And then I need to put just one of these little thin gas guys right there. And right there. Okay. I don't know. I honestly don't know. The whole kind of first impetus on the Space Engineer series was the farming. I kind of got looking at their release video when they were talking about the Apex, did the kind of Apex trailers and all that kind of stuff, was the automated harvesting, which is they have a small grid collector that runs along a rail above the roof. That was kind of my impetus and inspiration for this series. So however long it takes me to build that, it could be, I don't know. I honestly don't know how fast it's going to do it. It's could take me a couple episodes to get it up and running. It could be a single episode. Then I'm not sure what I want to do. Probably have to go do a space run at some point in time. But do I need platinum? Do I need uranium? Those are the two things I have to get from space. I've got lots of wind power. So yeah, I don't know. I've been thinking about that actually, just even recently, is what I'm planning on doing, kind of after the fact, after I get the farm, because it is probably only a few episodes away. So I don't know if I'll end the series and then start something new, because that takes me to January. The Escape from Mars with my friend Jay. He might want to start, just again, scheduling was the big thing here. Whether or not, what series to do, what series not to do. So, lots of options. I just haven't made any decisions yet. Whether it's, like I say, going to be a continuance or it's going to be an all-new series. Why did I put you stretching across? If I can get away with a full-size wall, let's put the full wall in. Like that. And we can put in the 1 meter wall like that. I still haven't hooked up your guys' power. Boy, how do I want to hook up your guys' power? Maybe that's why I keep building walls. But what I'm going to do here is land myself right here. And I am going to take a quick 5-minute break. I have to go use the facilities and have a quick stretch. That is really loud. I shall be right back, and we should be able to get this all closed up. So, don't go away. I'll be right back, Lee. Well, that was perfectly timed. The music just starts and I actually get back. Hey, I am back. And we are carrying on. Okay, where the hell was I? I was trying to get power to these guys. I was trying to figure out how I'm going to get power to these guys. Actually, you know what I think I'm going to do with these is we're going to put a power pole right on the corner of each, like this. So one of the things I'm not so thrilled about is just having power lines crisscrossing all over the place. Which means I can get rid of that. Get rid of that. I do indeed have a plan. That plan involves... Plan involves something. I just flew right through that door. Yeah, there we go. That's what I can do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the power down underneath. So let's position these guys. Okay, why? Yeah. Oh, that's why you're always just slightly out of whack, is because it's on a blueprint. That makes sense now. Okay. So what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to get one of these. Try to get you kind of in a proper spot, and I think that should do it. Then we can plug into you, and that cable should be nicely hidden away. Yes, it is. Excellent. Why, thank you, Lee. I needed those few moments. You know, when the coffee kicks in, that's just disgusting. But, you know, that's old farts. That's all we talk about now. Is what weird thing is our body doing now? And what hurts? Okay, so what I want to do here is I'm going to throw and run the power underneath. Like that. So we'll put that one there. Put that there. Oh, what am I doing here with my monitoring? Bloody hell, YouTube, would you... Sorry, it squirreled away. So as I said before, I have a second PC I use to monitor. There we go, back to being live. That way I can kind of see what the delay is and stuff like that, and make sure it's actually, you know, going out. So I had accidentally paused it. Okay. Yeah, it used to be when my buddy of mine and I would have our kind of weekly, you know, chats. We live in different towns and stuff, so we have this kind of weekly phone call that we always do to kind of catch up on each other's lives. We've been doing this for, I don't know, going on 20 some odd years now. How long have I been where I am? Yeah, about 20 years now. And yeah, I can tell the conversations have changed over the years from being, you know, politics and this and that to being, this is what hurts now. This is what hurts now. Oh, that's nothing. This is what hurts now. Okay. I think it's just as we get older, we just stop caring.
Ooh, that's gross. Oh, don't talk about that. Keep that to yourself.
Yeah, well, no. We don't... Suck it up, princess. Kids are so sensitive. Anyway. I'm just going to delete this foundation and stop talking now, because apparently I've lost the ability to make coherent sentences. Yay, for me. No, wrong. Put it in the right place. There we go. Okay, and then we can close that one up and connect this wire. Like that. Okay, have I got everyone doing what they're supposed to be doing now? Let's check the machines. All right, so you are doing time crystals, and you're not getting any power because I haven't plugged you in yet. You are doing time crystals. You are already set to do time crystals. Now, how many time crystals did I actually need? 3.25 per side, so let's make you the one with the 0.25. So you're going to be 125%. 125. So you're going to make me 7.5 per minute. Excellent. And now we can hook your power up. There. Woof. Okay. Scary machine. Scary machine. Yeah, we're into the real heavy-duty stuff now here, aren't we? Okay, power pole, corner. Power pole in the corner. And power pole in the corner. Move floor. Remove floor. Remove floor. Repeat self 50 billion more times. Repeat self 50 billion more times. Okay, now we gotta get the power line from here down to here, which would make I do it again. Wrong buttons, as always. That one. There we go. So we got that going down. Grab you, and you are going to go into there. Yes, this is. Yeah. It's the final kind of end text. So if you look at the top right-hand corner, you see the where it says objective complete phase 5. So actually, the time crystals I'm making right now specifically are for the milestone, which gives me that end text stuff. So it's 2 stages. You have to unlock the things that you need to actually send to, you know, up the space elevator channel. So right now I'm just trying to unlock the next level of technology, which is, I think, faster belts and stuff. Because right now I'm limited to 780 whatevers per minute on the current belts I have. And what I'm hoping to do is to get the next series of belts so I have, yeah, I can move more stuff per minute. Or per, yes, per, is it per minute? Yeah, 780 per minute. Right? Yeah, per minute. Okay, plug you in. Of course, you're not going to make any noise because I haven't connected the mains to you guys as yet. But the one thing is that, like I say, I've never used these before. These have been around for a while because of the nuclear and plutonium processing. But yeah, these are brand ass new things. And I think you can, yeah, there's some weird shit you can do with them. I have no idea what else you can do with them. But there is weird shit you can do with them. Hey, let's bring that just straight across here and plug you into there. Okay, now, are you guys all set up to go? No, you're not. You need time crystal. Actually, you know what I'm going to do here? Let's go over here. Let's copy you and paste it onto you, because that will then paste the proper percentage, and then we'll just fill in time crystal. And time crystal. Okay, so we are now making the time crystals, which is the last little bit of thing I need there. And then I have to collect them. But in the meantime, I also want to get this all closed up. Look like that. There's weird sounds happening behind me. Okay. Well, I guess I want you going like that, and then all the way up like that. We'll go across, and then windows, windows, and more windows, more windows. What am I gonna do with this corner here? I think what I can do, not that, but if I go like that, yeah, I can go like that, and then we can go all the way across like that. And cross like that. Oops. I think that should work. And get some weird ass roofline. That's all I know is what's going on here. You know what it looks like inside is not as important as what it looks like on the outside. Okay, that means I now need, let's go back to this section here. So we're gonna need to grab these like that, and one of those, one of those, one of those, and we'll just fill in this wall here. Yeah, I can put a full-size wall in there. It'll go all the way back to there. Really don't have a set idea in mind what I'm doing up in this area. I'm just kind of seeing what I can get away with. Okay, and now we're back into a corner. Okay, good. No, I think we're okay. I think I'm okay here. So that can go up to there. Just to fill those guys in. And we'll go all the way across like that. And we gotta go up by a couple. So we're gonna go flat roof across here. They're not rotated quite right. Let's try that again. Like that. And there we go. And one filled in roof. Now we can get the other one. Like that. Okay, so now let's grab some windows again, and actually let's use these more factory-ish ones. Go across like that. We can then put guide one right there so we can cut this edge like that. Just so the window doesn't go all the way up to the roof line, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side, and we'll go all the way across. And all the way across, and then we grab our bit of roof, and we put that there, and then we can run these guys like that, and then I can get rid of this guy. Nope, we're gonna do that, and take these guys, and then we'll cap it off right there. Like that. Okay, yeah, that'll work, underneath. Gonna go there. And then all the way down to there, and all the way up to there. In these spaces here. Gonna go like that, I guess? Sure, we'll do that. And like that, and then we'll just fill these guys in. Like that. And of course, it also means I am going to need to do that, and then we can get all this stuff filled in. Like that. Alright, what did I do, and what are we doing over here? So, I'm gonna have to replicate what I did over here. Anything else I can do here? What would happen if I did like that? Will that work? I'll come down by one more. Can I? Can I? I think I can. Oh, so if I do that, can I do that? Come down a little bit, so that's touching the roof there. How does that look? What does that look like on the inside? What if I do this? How does that look? I guess that doesn't look too terrible. I mean, it looks intentional. That's the big thing, right? Okay, so let's see if we can't replicate that over on this side. So again, we're going to have our two roofs. Like that. Going back the other way. Again, how does that look like on the inside? Use you. Oh, this is where I need a half wall again. I know, I said it doesn't really matter what's going on the inside, it's what's on the outside. Which is usually the exact opposite, whatever they tell us, and, you know. It doesn't matter what's on the outside, it matters what's on the inside. is that? Is that okay? Yeah, I suppose I could then just take a 1 meter. Like that. Alright. It's my imitation of a PC fan motor dying. Okay, you know what? Just... It looks fine from the outside. Yeah, it looks fine from the outside. Okay, how did I do this? 1 full wall, 1 full wall, 1 full wall, full wall. Then we had a bunch of 1, 2, 3 1 meter wall pieces. So again, I have to do the upper block, which goes right there. Then what do we have? Then we have 1, 2, 3 again. Yep, 1, 2, 3 again. So I go 1, 2, 3? 3 or 2? I don't know. Yeah, that's 3. That's right, because I made an adjustment for what it looked like on the inside. Well, that does have to go down by 3. We can then take one of these and put one there, and we'll put one there. And then over here, what have I got? I got at least 3 of these, so we'll do the same thing here. And we'll fix whatever else we need to fix up on the inside. Okay. We need to bring more roof down this way. And again, try to decode what the hell I did over here. That, and then like that. And 1 more. Like that. What are we doing for wall? And I see... I should probably do a screen capture of what this wall looks like. That might make my life easier. Okay, so we got 4 across the bottom, and then we have 4 going up 2 wide. Okay. Huh. And today, the YouTube stream seems to be keeping up quite well. So just in case anyone's curious what I keep talking about when I'm saying various streams and stuff, is the delay I'm talking about is in the YouTube studio of where that's showing. Sometimes it can get to be like 20 minutes behind. But today it seems to be quite on top of it. All right, then we have that coming across there, and that coming across there. And it's that delay that is what makes, you know, conversations sometimes really hard to keep track of in the stream. You know, it's like you guys, you'll make a comment or ask a question or make a response, and I have to take a moment to think about, okay, how far back are you, and what the hell did I just say? All right. Yes, that's good, that's okay. And now we're gonna go back over here. Because we need to bring these roofs across. Like that. Gonna go all the way up to there. That goes all the way up to there. You go up to there. I don't think you go all the way up there. No, you don't. You don't. You go there, and then you also have to go up. Yep, let's pop onto the other side here so they snap to their correct edge. Like so. And like so. Am I still matching reasonably well? Yes, yes I am. Okay, good. There's that little slot there. I'll figure something. I don't like it actually, how this is turning out. Yep, that's usually how I build, is that it's always a freaking surprise. Wow, that actually looks all right. Okay, we need to close this off like that. And then we can come in here and finish filling in this roof. Like that. Lose the soup, lose the soup, lose the soup, lose the soup, lose the soup. Why, thank you, Lee. Thank you very much. Aw. And there. Bring this outside wall up. Turn my suit back on so I'm not spinning my wheels. I'm going to be building my Pfeffin? Your Pfeffin? What's a Pfeffin? Either it's a word I don't know or possibly a typo? Is it a regional thing? Okay, now, we are going to glass window across here. Oh, okay. Refinery building in between episodes 4 and 5. Yeah. Sometimes you just have to do the shit off camera. Oh, I kind of assumed that. I'm just not going to make the assumption, you know? I'm not going to say I know every word there is, so... Yeah, I do. So I quite often will do some stuff off camera too, like between episodes. I'm not going to give any spoilers for Monday, but there was some little bit of stuff done off camera. Actually, is that for Monday or is that going to be for episode 13? I don't remember now. Like I said, I haven't recorded my Space Engineers series in 3 weeks. Well, I definitely have to be recording tomorrow. Otherwise, I am not going to have anything ready to go for next Monday. Okay, we get these guys in. And of course, the last thing I am going to need to do is get some light panels in here. And get that down to there. Okay. Now, let's get this some extra light panels. So that is hitting that button. We're gonna go there. And there. And we'll go there as well. That was right along in here, so that's going to go there. That's gonna go there. I mean, it's hard to tell how effective your lights are going when it's, you know, bloody daytime and you've got a building made of glass, but, you know, I'm thinking this should work. We'll find out in enough time. And there we go. I will say that it's probably the big thing that my building style, when I design my buildings, is that it always has to look like a factory by the end of it. It has to look like a commercial building. A lot of guys make them, you know, really nice architectural, but they all come off as, maybe next year we can do a ship built together. Yeah, I'm all for that. So the question, maybe next year we can do a ship built together sometime, and I am 100% okay with that idea. I think that would be a great idea. So let's think about and kind of keep in mind for January. In fact, I mean, there's that whole ship build series that I want to do. That could be the right for that. Your design, whereas I do the engineering kind of thing, or maybe we could do something else. Yeah, let's occasionally let's discuss that via the various media that we utilize. Okay, I do want to close these guys up here. At least this time, I don't think it's going to be quite so hard for me to figure out what I'm going to do for it, because I kind of thought about it already, and I've already got. Okay, and then 1, 2. That can go there, and that can go there. And then we need a little bit of wall in here. Right, so. Okay, and let's get some more lighting panels in here. Then I'll get my dimensional depot put in. We'll bring all our parts back together. Build the old dimensional depot. And let's get this, I want to get this thing, oops, yeah, sure, whatever. I want to get the, tech unlocked. So we're going to go there. We are going to go to there. Then you will be there. I've begun. Okay. Everyone is working. I have got all of the time crystals I could possibly want now. Now I just have to collect them. So we'll go lift to there. We're going to go to a lift to there, and then we're going to go to a lift to there. We are going to grab ourselves a merger. Who is going to send their bits and pieces out that way. Let's get you into the air. Like that. Yeah. I don't really, yeah. They don't actually have anything that, you know, like in Space Engineers, right? We got all those lovely little control and decorative blocks and stuff like that. I really don't have a lot of, we don't have a lot of that in Space Engineers. I mean, one of the things I can probably put in here is, you know, I can drop in an equipment workshop here. Maybe we can grab ourselves a crafting bench. But, you know, there are switch blocks and stuff like that. Another thing, I'm just not that creative enough to take what I have and fake it out. So, you know, fascia as it is for me. I gotta close these doors off here before I forget. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And yes, this is me getting squirreled away from the thing that I was just doing. Because I just thought of it. Oh, let's close this off like we did the other side. Like that, and then we got another one going up to... no. Well, I should just need that, and... Sure, that'll work. Sorry, I started concentrating, just think. I got focused. Okay, that goes to there, that goes to there. We have these guys going into here. We can then go all the way down. Like that. And we'll flip you around. Oh, these little guys here? Yeah, just how would you get up there, though? Yeah, they would be. We had, like, panels and stuff like that. Yeah, totally in Space Engineers, I 100%. I'd put, like, a, what is it, the, scaffolding ladder? Maybe here? Going up into a control room, have some windows across there. You can fake it out, actually. What am I doing? Here, I'm talking, instead of talking about it, why don't we just drop some windows in here? Kind of like that. Sure. We won't talk about how people get up there. Like, this game doesn't even have bathrooms. Catwalk and stairs, yeah. Oh. Keep it coming, Mr. Lee. Let's try that. I mean, you're not helping my focus here on the Satisfactory, ADHD Satisfactory, but hey, when you got an idea, you got an idea, right? If I go like that, move you into place, grab the plane one like that, and then we can come across like that. Nope, we need to try this again. With that, we'll go to there. Yeah, I guess you two are absolutely like that, but that's okay. We have other fences. You are the incorrect one. You are the incorrect one. What am I doing here? Thank you, and thank you. Go grab some modern railings, because then I can kind of position you guys properly. There. And then we'll nudge you to there. Okay, then we grab some stairs. We'll come down by 2. We'll wrap the corner. Like that. Go down by 2. Wrap the corner. Wrap the corner. And like that. And then we can throw a door in right here. In fact, we'll put in that door. A little something like that. Yeah, I like that. Nice idea. Good idea. Well, if we do our shipbuilding, I know what part you're in charge of. I've always relied on a good designer. Because design really isn't my forte. I'm too focused on function to just really concentrate on form. It's always nice when I have someone who can help me with the form. I've been working for just literally a couple of decades almost now. Occasionally off and on with a fellow by the name of Scott Nakata, who's an amazing prop maker and designer. He did a lot of the prop designs for Star Trek Gods and Men. Star Trek Renegades, he did a lot of the design work, including the kind of Hero Federation, actually both of the Hero ships. For the most part, I think he almost designed almost all of the Hero ships. Like, he's an amazing designer. So it's really nice, getting to work with him and stuff like that, is that we got a really good, it said he can give me, like you did, just some simple drawings, which is usually enough that I need that my poor little brain can then start processing and coming up with ideas. I think I'm going to, just because, let's run this. Let's not do it that way. Let's fix this up. Let's get you zooped across. And we'll flip you over to this guy, which yeah, it's the semblance. I mean, I'm pure function, right? It's like the greebling on the side of the Millennium Falcon, where literally they were just gluing shit on there because it looked cool. Yeah, my brain. But what does it do? Yeah, I think that's all right. I'll let Lee be the final harbinger of that, whether it's all right or not. But so there. Then we grab that to there. Take out the railing there, and we can go like that. There we go. All right, have I got everything cleaned up here? Yes, I was actually, speaking of function, I was doing some function stuff. Okay, let's finish getting these guys uploaded so we can head back to the base and finish our unlock, because I've already got the 250 of these time crystals that I need. Oh, hey there, YOLO. Offset them. Offset them. Okay, so this is where the time delay is going to get in. Okay, so let's see what you got. Offset both that's one of the things that make a good model maker. Offset both staircases by one so they're aligned with the windows. So you're talking just shift these guys back this way? So if I, just move these guys over closer like that? No, I'm 100%, man. I'm going to take whatever feedback I can get. And you know what? I think that is actually probably, yeah. I'm going to assume this is what you meant. We'll find out once you guys catch up with me, traveling through time, because I think that you're a couple of minutes behind me. But yeah, I think that would actually work nicer. So we'll take this guy out. We'll replace it with one of these. Good. Nope, that is backward. And I think you are absolutely right. So, yeah, I wasn't happy with it. Wasn't sure why I wasn't happy with it. Really couldn't process how to be happy with it. So this is why, again, having good designers who can just look at the form and say ooh or no ooh, and give me those lovely suggestions. That is one of the advantages I find being a commercial artist, which is a big part of my career, right? Is working for other people and making other people's stuff. No straight, it's going to be extended the catwalk by 1. No straight, it's got to be extended. I mean, double-sided catwalk for the end bit here. There. Oh, you mean this corner here? I see. I gotcha. Take that out. Take that out. Extend this one to there. I'll put the railings in the missing spots. Take this one out. Put the missing railing there, and then we can add that missing railing in. It's going to have a little overlap there just because I'm using angled walls and stuff. Yeah, okay. I think we're onto something here. Why are you different from the other side? I don't know, but we're going to put you to there. Why are you not the same? One of these things is not like the other. One of these things isn't quite the same. What is the deal here? Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's just do it that way. Let's rebuild some of these catwalks, make sure that we're getting that symmetry. That's the part that my OCD is going to kick in, us on the symmetry. Which means I'm going to get that out of there. Let's get that out of there. Let's grab our railing. So you can float there. I guess they're far enough apart that they're visually not gonna be too bad. Okay, and then we can get the staircase in. We'll go down by 2. Grab a little corner bit there. Grab that. And 1, 2. Like that. And like that. And then we can come down to the ground floor. And the last thing I want is anyone's OCD being triggered, so we'll get this finished. Yeah, we're gonna have to move these 2 guys. Whoops. Let's get that in there. Let's get that in there. And then we grab this thing. Let's just move these out of here for right now. Yeah, except that the way the spacing is, I'd rather have the stair, having the stair against the window as opposed to, having that gap there. I mean, actually, what I should... Yeah, what I should do is just go down... Yeah, you know what? This is what I should do, is make it a proper catwalk staircase. I didn't mean to do that. Did I do that? Let's grab that. Let's do this proper. We're gonna go like that. We're gonna go like that. Then we put a stair in. And then we do this again. We try not to fall to our doom. And I will put, I'm gonna put something to support it. I try to, as much as I can, but I think for now, I think just keeping it a little bit more compact like this will satisfy both of our needs, because I'm pretty sure I can still end it by the window. So we're not, you know, having that, that's, I think, yeah, that's gonna work better. It doesn't look so haphazard. Okay. I think that's going to work for us. Okay. Let's get the same side over here, and then let's try and get that dimensional depot done. What other, you know, little holes and stuff I've left in walls I will catch off camera. But I do want to get the next unlock done first before we're done. Okay, so let's get that done now. I think, yeah, good suggestions, guys. Thank you for that. Like I said, we don't have any fancy decorative blocks or anything to put in there. I'd love to have some. They're very likely, I know there are mods that have a lot of decorative blocks, but I'm going to hold off the mods and putting in mods until kind of when I got everything done. Then I'll go through. For now, I am trying to keep it as vanilla as possible. Yeah, those were good suggestions. Thank you, you two. Okay, so that has to go there. Like that. And then we can come up 2, 3, 4 and plug in some. Oh, I missed by one. Let's try that again. Merger. H up. Really using way too fast builds for this, but no, that is not correct. That is not correct. Try that one more time for the symmetry. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how I had it on the other side. And then that can go into there. Yeah, I got phase 4 done a couple of weeks back. I think I finished off phase 4. And then I got the nuclear reactors all put into place. So I'm running 4 reactors right now, which is just about, yep, looks like I'm gonna have to put in some more reactors. But yeah, I've got this big setup going on over there, so it won't be too tough to get them going. And of course, I am sinking the plutonium, converting my nuclear waste into plutonium, and that's then getting sunk. All right, let's pop in through a convenient little hole there. And let's see where you're popping out. Of course, you're coming out right there. Why wouldn't I expect anything different from you, you bastard? And by the bastard, I mean me. All right, let's get the straight belt. Go that way, and then I can come back into there. On the other side, you are right there, so you're clear. Good. We'll drop down by 1, 2, point you that way. Blessed be the merger. And 1, 2. Now, most of the time crystals, so I don't know what else is the time crystals are in, so let's just have a quick look here. What the hell do time crystals? Don't know, haven't unlocked them. I think it's things like dimensional, there's teleportation doors and all kinds of fun shit like that. But if I do need to transport these time crystals, because I'm pretty sure I have another coal node here somewhere. Or maybe not. No, but I can ship coal over here. Pretty sure I'm not using the maximum of that other one, so this will become Time Crystal Central. But what I'll use is I'll use drones for that. Okay. For now, we'll get you right there. Pump you down by 2. You're a splitter, not a merger. I need a merger. Can I have my merger, please? Thank you. Thank you very much. 2, like that. And we pop that into there. That can go into there. Dimensional depot. What about the man? Oh, yeah, no. Oh, hard drives. Searching hard drives and stuff like that. Oh, yeah, research it. Good. Gotcha. I think that's what you're... Depot. Organization. Dimensional depot. I hope I have the stuff. Time crystal man. Okay. Yep, then we're gonna go up. Like that. And pump you into place. Let the time crystals flow. You should not float there. I also put you in the wrong place. I want you a bit further away because I want to have a splitter in between you two. Go in slug category. Oh, is that where they are? Okay, cool. When I get back to base. Oh, man it. No, that's right. That was when I wanted to. Yeah, when we get back to base, let's do that. Basic shelf unit. Yeah, we can use those for the dimensional depot, but in the meantime, I need a dimensional depot. So we're gonna put you there. Move you over a little bit. Up by 1, 2, 3. You are lined up. Excellent. Let's grab the shelf unit. Because I think I can use them as like little fake supports. So if I put one there. One there. One there and one there. Yeah, I'll come back. I'll revisit. We'll have a look at that. Right now, I am just want to get these guys all unloaded and uploaded. There. So when I do bring in a drone port, I can just split off here to send those off. Okay, let's head back to the main base. I will, like I say, come in here later and clean these guys up. But I have everything functioning now. So let's head back to base. We'll unlock peak efficiency. And we'll check the man. That's I think the slowest section of track I have for this network. All right, and this way we go. And downhill we go. Round and round we go. You spin me right round, baby, right round. Like a record player, right round, round, round. Wow, got that just in the nick of time. Almost took a wrong turn. And one more zoopy zoop, and we're there. Oh, so many things that have to be done still. So many unfinished. The mechanicals are all working, but yeah, that is... Oh, shoot. That one I wasn't paying attention to. But yeah, the kind of not finishing buildings, that is definitely a habit. Whee! Okay, and time crystals. Let's grab some more. Including the cheese wedges. So I need 250 of those. And we'll grab another couple of hundred of those. And then we will finish unlocking. So we go there, and I literally have not a single steel plate on me because I completely get supplied by this, which is very slowly filling. The depot gets it all. And then that can go there. What am I missing? Oh, do I need more steel plate? I need more steel plate. That is a lot of freaking steel plate to get up there. Big Mark 6, yeah. Didn't want to take all those. I just want to take a couple hundred. And I have a funny feeling I'm going to need the Mark 6s. Like, why would they finally give us Mark 6s if they didn't intend us to use them? All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, boom.
Milestone reached. After close scrutiny, 2 problems were identified in Mark V conveyor belts. The first was the belt part, so force fields have been implemented in the Mark VI instead, to maximize transfer speeds. The second problem is inefficient pioneers, but sadly no remedy is available for this severe impediment. Yet.
Thank you, Ada. Okay, so something in the slugs here, eh? Oh, so there you can make the synthetic power shards. I see. Yes, that is, I think, honestly, just that. If it's only to get the maximum out of your nodes, I think it's worth it, the effort for the Mark 12s. Okay, so I just need to go get some of those guys here, and I can unlock synthetic power crystals. Even though I really don't need synthetic power crystals, because I got more than enough. I don't generally use... I minimally use power crystals in my machines, or power shards in my machines. You know, instead of having, I'll just build an extra machine and I'll ungrade it. Quantum encoding. What do I get out of this? Quantum encoder, excited photonic matter, dark residue matter, dark matter crystal, superposition oscillator, neural quantum processor, AI expansion server. Mark III blueprinter. What the hell are you? You're a neural quantum processor, spatial energy regulation. And those are the portals. So I guess I am doing quantum encoding next. Because it looks like I need these two for the other two. I'm going to leave it blank for now. I don't really want to look at the milestone there. Let's get the You know that whenever you'll need them, you can get an infinite quantity for them for some coal and quartz. Also can't sync those, but the factory backs up. It's no big deal. Yeah, no, absolutely not. But I usually have... Actually, how much do I got on my container here? So, you know, I've still got 161 in the container here, and this is just, you know, the natural type crystals. So yeah, that's a, you know, I don't really, yeah, I got more than enough shards. Because I spread out, so I end up picking up a lot of slugs, I guess. Either way, we're going to research them. And done. There we go.
Research completed. Synthetic power shard recipe unlocked. Exchanging regular exercise and filtered fresh air with automation is just the kind of progress FICSIT likes to see.
Okay then. Power. Shard? Where are you in there? Power shard. There we go. So that uses dark matter crystals, time crystals, quartz, and excited photonic matter. Oof. That's a recipe and a half, ain't it? Okay, so you get the residue. Dark matter crystal. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some hard drive research, but we got it done. I'll, like I say, I'll go and finish off the last few walls and stuff like that. Let me get up on my radar tower. I want my perch. Give me my perch, so I can look down upon my world and rejoice. And then we can go into photo mode and then turn that off so we can look around. So yeah, we got that done. We need to get some more. I need to get some more nuclear power up and running and get working on the next milestone. But yeah, we got our time crystals. Got some cleanup and stuff to do, but I think that is definitely going to do it for today. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining me today. As always, I appreciate it when you guys are when you're all hanging around. And that's going to be it. If you guys like what you see, go ahead and hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, maybe consider hitting the subscription button. And if you want to become a channel member, you can hit the join button below. Big shout out to channel member Lee Barron. Thank you for your support. As always, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me in the morning. And we will see you next week. So be safe, be good, and have a great day. Bye-bye.